Beautiful, gifted woman, you carry depth, you carry intuition, you carry a power that many don't understand. And because of that, your path has not been easy. But today, we talk about what you face and how you rise above it, how you dominate your energy, your narrative, and your destiny. So, welcome back to the Life in Pink podcast, where dreams come true, women are inspired, and wealth is our business. I want you to know that you matter, and life is much better with you in it. Welcome back, ladies and listeners. Such a pleasure, as always, to be here today on the podcast to join you guys. And I hope you enjoy this segment. Today, we're going to talk about spiritually gifted women and the problems that they face and what we can possibly do to take some control over the situation when you're feeling dominated. So let's talk about being misunderstood. Spiritually gifted women see more, okay? We feel more, know more, and our intuition often picks up truths before others could even imagine to see it. Even sense a whisper of them. And because of this, people may label you too sensitive, too emotional, too intense, too much, crazy, or a fraud, like you're pretending to be something that you aren't. Many might see this spiritual gifted journey. They may see that you're gifted and they think it's a joyride. They have no idea how hard it is to be a gifted woman or man. But listen closely, okay? Your depth, your intuition is not a flaw. Understand that it is nothing less of a superpower. So, when you're a gifted woman, it's imperative that you don't seek validation from those who can't see your world. You have to make sure that you are diligent about the company you keep. Because believe it or not, ladies and listeners, that matters. The things they're saying to you, the doubts, the subtle, what seems to be attacks out of nowhere, verbally or just mentally. I want you to embrace your sensitivity as a finely tuned compass, okay? A compass that has never failed you. And to step into empowerment through self-trust. Trust your intuition, trust your gut, because gifted women do not need permission to be who they are. So trust yourself. You don't need permission to trust yourself. If you ever wonder why people may misuse your compassion, understand that it's because you have a big heart. Your heart is open. Your empathy is strong. It's an energy. People can feel that. So the outcome is generally people feeling safe with you, sometimes too safe. And then you attract the broken, the lost, the draining, those who take and take and take. But I want you to know that your light was never meant to be everybody's flashlight. And ways you may be able to overcome challenges that you may be facing due to being a gifted person is to remember to always set boundaries that feel like velvet on the outside and steel on the inside. Okay? And don't fret about apologies for protecting your energy. Don't worry about that. Just protect your energy because it's sacred and it's important. Your energy is like your mind's pathway. Whatever energy you're taking in, that's what disrupts or boosts your thought of mind. Whatever it is that you're feeling, that's what drives your thoughts. So remember, you choose who gets access to your emotional world. Not everyone qualifies. As a matter of fact, empowerment begins the moment you say, my compassion is sacred and not everybody gets to touch it. And when you start to feel drained because you absorb everything, your intuition pulls in emotions, intentions, energies, thoughts. You read the room without even trying, and at times it leaves you exhausted. So, how can you dominate this? You recognize what belongs to you and what doesn't. Again, you were never meant to carry what's not yours. So, release the emotional weight that isn't yours to hold. Detach from the energies that cling to you for their own light, for their own energy, for you to energize their battery pack. Stop being the sponge and become the flame. A flame that doesn't absorb, but it transforms. Meaning, even though people are making you feel a certain type of way, be a flame that can resist that, shine bright, and overcome it. Transform through it. You know, it may seem cliche, the things that I'm saying, but the honest truth is you can transform from it and you will. As a matter of fact, the things that you are experiencing are things that you have to experience to grow, to learn sudden behaviors, to learn certain type of people and their actions. The things you go through as a gifted person is just not for just the heck of it. It's not just for the sake of it. It actually means something. Because if you don't go through these things, if you don't experience things that are happening to you just because you're a gifted person, then you'll never know how to protect yourself. You'll never know the danger that you might be facing because you've never had to face it. You've never had to overcome it. So let's talk about being underestimated, okay, as a gifted person. People see your softness and think it means weakness all the time. They see your empathy and assume you can be manipulated. They underestimate the strength behind your calm. But spiritually gifted women are the quiet storms, the ones who move worlds without raising their voices, right? And how to rise is to let your results speak. Let your intuition guide your strategy. And stand tall in your authenticity. Even when others don't understand it, that's how you gain your power. That's how you keep your power. You become the woman who moves with certainty, right? And not because you're being loud or aggressive or violent, but because you're aligned. Remember, power isn't noise. It's not who can talk the loudest. As a matter of fact, you hold power in stillness and quietness and being observant, paying attention. How can you pay attention to your surroundings if you're the one that's yelling the loudest? Shh, pay attention. That's very important for gifted women because we are different. And I don't say it in a way where I'm saying we're better than anyone. Absolutely not. I'm just saying we are different, so we're going to experience life different, but somehow together at the same time. Even though we're having different paths in life, we can all agree to the same type of treatment, right? And there we can gather. So remember that power is not noise, okay? Power is knowing. And when you're feeling disconnected or alone, remember gifted women often feel like outsiders, okay? Because they're different. They feel isolated in their awareness, right? Because you think differently, you sense differently. You experience life at a level that others simply don't. So it can be very easy for you to feel isolated, But it's only in your awareness because if you weren't aware of anything, you wouldn't feel the need to be isolated. But remember, your uniqueness is your throne, okay? And how you can turn this into empowerment is by embracing the fact that you are different. And remember, try to stick around your tribe, right? The people who carry similar gifts, the ones that can understand you better. Okay? So just don't shrink to fit into places that don't deserve your energy, okay? You belong everywhere your spirit feels at home. And finally, you are not here to be used. You're not here to be drained. You are not here to dim your intuition, okay? Your power, that power is magic. You are here to rise. Okay, gifted one, if you're listening to this message right now, this was meant for you. This is for you. You're meant to lead. And I'm so very grateful that I can be the person that can come onto the podcast and remind you of that and let you know, hey, I see you. You're not alone. Okay? You're something special. You're meant to influence, to stand tall in the electricity of your gift. And every time you choose yourself, every time you protect your energy, every time you trust the fire inside you, you dominate your path, okay? You reclaim your crown. So remember to fix it, get your crown straight. Remember, you become the woman who is not only gifted, but still unstoppable and more control of issues that may involve people trying to dominate you because they can sense your gift, because you may bring out insecurities in them that they didn't even know existed until you came around. So remember, that's power without even speaking. So you are power and you are intuition. You're divine and you are a gift. It's not a burden. Remember, it's your throne. Okay? So I hope you took something from this podcast episode today, because I want you to know that you are very important. Gifted people are very important. They all have a purpose here on this earth. Okay? And if you don't already know your purpose, you'll find it quicker when you understand how to control emotions when people try to make you feel bad or attack you verbally or in different types of ways because your energy bothers them. Okay, so I hope you all have a great day, a blessed evening, morning, noon, or night, whatever time this episode finds you. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful time. Okay, and I want you guys to take the time to take care of yourselves. Okay, and keep nurturing your spirit and embracing the luxury of living your best life. And remember, until next time, embrace your softness, ladies and listeners, your strength, and all that makes you beautiful.